Hey. Say Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. To who?
Everybody.
Hello, look at me. I've been fresh. I've been walking with my savior. Yes, I'm trying to do my best. And look, I'm just a bag of bombs trying to shake about the flesh. When you see me, nothing's trust. When you see me, you say hello.
Yo, welcome back to Belief in Fatherhood. My name is Belief, and Happy New Year. We made it out of 2020. We are here in 2021, and I just gotta let you guys know I want to set intentions for this year with you, and let you guys know that everything changed for me last year, and I'm sure a lot of things changed for you because the year had so many external things that adjusted our living. But internally in our home, in this house, a lot has changed for us. Each of our children have changed. My relationship with my wife has changed, and also the business has changed. But I kind of wanted to walk you through that, right? So, boom, first we got Uzi, okay? Uzi went from being this baby who could, barely crawl and, kind of getting into not much mischief at all, but just being this source of joy to being a complete boss. Like, he runs the house now. You know what I'm saying? From the latest episodes that we just done with Uzi that he's kind of on another level. You know what I mean? And he's got his own goals, and it's been something that we've been adjusting to. You know what I'm saying? Anaya, she still was like a baby in the beginning of the year, and now she is very much into her appearance. She's very much into how she looks. That we also tell her that she's beautiful. She's the center of attention in the house, and she demands all of that. Uriah started out in the beginning of the year. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to teach him stuff all the time, but he's always reminding me to be patient and to find joy in everything. And so even like in the beginning of the year, one of the first things we did was we got him a bike for Christmas, and then we try to teach him how to ride his bike. And he still doesn't like to ride his bike today, but he gets easily hurt sometimes. And it also happened again later in the year. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ended the year with this fractured radius. Just to update on Uriah. His radius is healing. It is crooked, but it is healing very well. Before I get to Theo, I want to end with Theo, but I want to talk about some other things that have changed. We grew a lot this year. We grew like 125,000 subscribers, I believe. And that's awesome. You know what I mean? And I'm very grateful of that. But what I'm also excited about is the fact that we finally hired employees. And that has been something that, we had contractors before, but now we actually have people on staff and certain things like that. And it's just been one of those things that has really changed my life, internally, the way I live my life, the way I communicate. And it's just one of those things that has grown so much. And we've been sharing those stories about the internal process of Belief in Fatherhood on Patreon, which is like a membership service where you can actually get content from us. But we've been sharing that on Patreon, and it's been amazing to see these people come along and adopt the philosophies and dreams of Belief in Fatherhood, and so we got an assistant, Dallas. We hired George on full time, who's now head of production, and he does all the video and organizes footage and all that type of stuff. We have Jed, who does photography. My wife has came on and stepped up in a major way. We released merch this year, and you guys have gotten some of the merch, and she's helping us work on our e-course. Now, my wife and I, we've had a pretty interesting year, and I think it's been one of those things this year for us was kind of breaking up the foundation, and we're laying new foundation now. But I'm trying to listen to her more and be better, as a husband, because I think I've relied on her so much from the role of a mother and a wife. I've been missing her as her own woman, you know what I'm saying? And she has things and desires and all the things that she wants to do, and I've been relying on her so much to support me in my desires and my goals that I kind of missed the mark there. And so my goal, one of my big goals for this next year, 2021, is to be a better husband. And how am I going to make that happen? And I think it's just listening over everything, you know what I'm saying? And allowing her to, however she wants to communicate, to do that. She doesn't talk a lot, right? But she does write a lot. So this is going to be something different for me because I don't really like to sit down and read a lot. You know what I mean? So if she's writing it down, then I need to take the time to read and listen to my wife. And as far as becoming a better father, I think Theo has had the most amount of growth. Well, actually, you're right. Uzi has really, because, he went from like not saying any words to being like, Daddy, I want milk. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's actually talking now. Not clearly, but we know what he's talking about. But Theo, when we cut Theo's hair in the beginning of the year, and he said, I want my hair cut, right? And we cut his hair in the beginning of the year. He completely changed. And I'm glad that we allow him to do that. But I'm also kind of like, dang, man, like, I wonder what else we're missing because we're so stuck in our ways in our parenting. And everyone tells me so often how hard I am on myself. I was the oldest child, you know what I'm saying? And Theo's the oldest child. And I believe that I'm too hard on Theo. I know I'm too hard on myself, but I also believe that I'm too hard on Theo. And as we start releasing content consistently again for the Good Father season coming up next week, I just want to remind everybody, Theo is just a different type of kid. You know what I mean? And the reason is because he's like the only kid that actually had us to himself. And so he dreams of that. And I'm realizing that. And so him cutting off his hair was him trying to be noticed. You know what I'm saying? And so there's a lot happening in our relationships around us, and in myself. The truth is, I can't be a better father or better husband or better CEO or even content creator if I'm not a better version of myself. And so this year I'm actually entering therapy on my own. My wife and I have been in couples therapy about 6 months, and now I'm starting my own process and trying to heal my own trauma. I don't know how I did it, but I almost forgot about one of the biggest goals I do have for the year, which is finding a mentor. Being an influencer or whatever you want to call it, it's one of those things where it's a new space, so there's not a lot of leadership here. And so a lot of times I find myself combining in a lot of friends, but they also can't predict some of the bumps in the road that are coming, that most men who are going to be in their older 40s or even 50s, 60s, I don't even care how old, but they're able to see things that I can't see. And so one of the big things I have as a goal for this year is to find a mentor, because I feel like I'm helping guide a lot of men into fatherhood and a lot of women into motherhood, or just even like adulting and understanding like all the pressures and the things that are happening in life. But mentorship and having guidance for myself, I'm missing it. You know what I mean? And so I know that a lot of men my age group are missing it as well. And so if you are an older gentleman who's interested in mentoring, young black men, please send an email at contact at belief in fatherhood. I want to kind of try to set up a space for other men to be mentored as well. And so I don't know what we're gonna do yet, but if you want to email me, that'd be great. If you're older and you feel like you have wisdom to pass down and you can help guide men, that'd be really amazing. All right, guys, thank you guys. I had to interject real quick because I almost forgot about the big goal for this year. And those are my only goals for this year, as far as personally. And so I want to challenge you to leave your big goal and your small goal in the comments section below. Of course, on YouTube we don't have comments, but On a community page, you can leave that, you know, or on Patreon, you can leave that, or on Instagram, you can leave that, Facebook, you can leave that right below, and just get some accountability. And you don't have to tell me, you know what I'm saying? Really none of my business what your goals are, but tell somebody, because when you set intentions, we did a lot of things this year and we weren't even trying. Just imagine if you actually set a goal and you tried to hit it. You know what I mean? So I'm not talking about resolutions. I'm just talking about a goal. You know what I mean? And try to make them measurable and realistic. And so this year, the measure of me being a good father is me, my children being able to trust me more, and my wife being able to trust me more. I know now that I have to ask for consent before I film my children, because sometimes Theo would clam up when I would, start to film. You know what I mean? I know now that my wife, doesn't always tell me everything, because, she may think that I'm going to kind of talk over her, or like, not hear her, or hear the intention in her voice. I'm just kind of listening to correct or listening to solve. And so those are my intentions this year. And I think, me doing those things, you're actually going to see the results of that on the film and on camera on this channel. But I want to thank you so much for being a part of our journey here. I have so much to share. And I'm glad that we get to do it with you. I think you're going to see the fruit of a lot of the things that we've been working on behind the scenes. We got merch coming out next month. It's going to be fire. And more music coming out too. So yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Protect your life. Keep your network popping. If you're fortunate enough to be doing life with someone else, make sure you watch this video with them. And if they're not around, share it with them. And as always, we do this in a new year. I just want to say Happy New Year to you. And I hope that, this year is better than last year, and that you are challenging yourself before life challenges you, and that you're setting goals and knocking those things out. All right, y'all. See y'all next time. Peace.